I just beat Cyberpunk 2077. Hey, Judy. Hang on. I'm gonna have to read this. I'm gonna have to talk while I'm reading that. 'Cause I don't want to miss. Anyway, um, yeah, so I gave it a second chance. Had to restart a few times. Um, Overall, I just want to say that I love the story of Cyberpunk. The whole concept of it is being able to live eternally as an AI construct, which is what Keanu Reeves' character Johnny Silverhand is, and he gets stuck in your head, and you got to figure out how to deal with the whole situation. Um, Basically, the whole game you're just dying, and you talk with him a lot. He mocks you based on whatever you do. At least he did in my playthrough. Really annoying at first, but I grew. Um, he grew on me though. There's a lot of like dialogue related to yourself, based on your background and your abilities and stuff. So then and there's also like a lot of endings. I'm gonna have to like replay like the whole last act like a few more times just to watch all the different endings. Yeah, story-wise, it was phenomenal. I love the story. Now, if we're gonna go to the gameplay, it gets more muddled. Um, because first of all, the bugs. The game is so goddamn buggy that like it really plagues a lot of the gameplay experience. Cyberpunk 2077 is pretty much like an open world shooter with RPG elements to it. You can craft certain things. You can modify your weapons and armor. You have augmentations, which can be very useful, and you can kind of like fit it to your preferred playstyle. I did a little bit of stealth and combat, a little bit of everything. I really liked the stealth. I liked how your hacking can come into play and use it to distract enemies. You can shut down different security protocols and stuff, make stealth a lot easier. Now the gunplay and the melee combat are both very rough, just because of how bad the frame rate is at times when you're fighting a lot of enemies at a time, or you're doing one of those like one-on-one um, boxing matches or whatever they're called, beat on the brats. The frame rate is wicked choppy. It's really rough. And yeah, it took me like 75 hours to beat this game, not including all the times I died for stupid reasons like falling off a fucking plane of existence, so to speak. And like having a checkpoint right as I'm getting blown up by a fucking landmine and dying by hopping over a fence and just dying for no reason. There were a lot of bugs in this game that really took me out of the experience, unfortunately. But I was able to, go ahead and do everything eventually. There was nothing that was legitimately broken, so to speak. There were a few instances where NPCs wouldn't spawn in both side missions and main missions. I would have to restart the last save in order for them to like pop up, and it shouldn't have had to come to that. Yeah, but content wise, there's a lot here. Like I thought I was only gonna deal with like a 40-hour long game. I was getting ready to review it, but then the more and more I played it, the more I'm just like, oh my god, man, how long is this? How long is this gonna take me? Tomorrow is Christmas. I may or may not have a Christmas video up, depending on whether I lose power. There's supposed to be like a big ass thunderstorm coming my way, so in case I don't see you guys tomorrow, Merry Christmas. But hopefully I'll be able to make a Christmas video. But then after Christmas, either way, I'm gonna immediately start focusing on making my top best games of the year and all that stuff, and put up my highlights video, and I'm really trying to wrap up this year, so to speak, on my channel. So I don't really have time to give you a full review on this game. I think this will have to do for now, you know. Um, Overall, there are certain things that I really love about it. You know, I love the story. I love the characters. The side missions are also really well written. CD Projekt Red, I'm glad they haven't lost their edge in terms of like delivering really good stories. You know, really good complex character writing, good amount of replay value, good amount of content. All that stuff is good. The problem is the game is plagued by constant bugs, bad frame rate, the worst texture popping I've ever seen for a AAA game. It never goes away. Like you drive too fast, boom, texture popping, freezing even. You know, it'll occasionally even freeze for a few seconds before I'm able to do anything. You know, constant character visual pop-ups, just fucking cars flying all over the place, not where they should be. There were a couple instances where I did fall through the ground. Just constant in-your-face bugs throughout the whole experience. And it's just wow, it just crashed. Dude, it just fucking crashed during the credits. Right as I was saying that. Yeah, it crashes too. It just fucking crashed, and it takes forever for like the thing to like check the error status, you know? Unfucking believable, man. I couldn't even get past the credits. It's fucking crashing right now. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here making a video. Great. Well, whatever. I was gonna go back to it anyway to like, you know, see the different endings, so whatever. As long as my saves aren't corrupted, which I hear is a thing. And if I find out that if my saves just got corrupted, I am trading this game into GameStop. Nope. Fuck you, CD Projekt Red. I will never buy another game from you again if that happens. Alright, because this is absolutely unacceptable. The fact that they released it in an actual unfinished stage. And what I mean by unfinished, I mean like there are certain aspects that aren't even in the game that they said they would. Like the vigilante system is not even here yet. You know, they kept telling us that, you know, if you keep doing illegal activities like running over pedestrians or something, you know, they'll send someone after you, like fucking Mr. X or something, you know? But like nothing, you know? I get into trouble with the police, all it takes is drive around a corner and that's it. They're gone. Like there is like no police chases at all. Like they're non-existent. I don't know, man. I just like I say, like, you know, there are certain things that save it from being a complete disaster. There are certain things that make it still worth playing, like the story and the great side missions and the characters. Um, and that's pretty much it, you know. And now that I think about it, even without all the bugs, gameplay wise, it's still nothing really out of the ordinary. It's just another open world game where you just go from activity to activity, clearing the world map and leveling up that way, and then, you know, doing the story whenever you like. That's basically what it is. So if you are sick of that type of game, do not play this, even after the bugs are fixed. I myself personally enjoyed it whenever my gameplay experience wasn't getting interrupted, but, you know, shit like this, the crashing, the fucking T poses that you see when the guards, they're not even moving, they're just like placed there, you know, it really pulls you out of the immersion, you know, it really does. I am ashamed of CD Projekt Red and how they put this out literally unfinished, um, when it really shouldn't have. This easily could have ended up being like the 2021 game of the year, you know. Instead it ends up being like 2020's last disappointment of many fucking disappointments, you know. But yeah, man. Overall, all things considered, like if I were to like factor in, you know, being able to play this game on PS5 and having that run better, or PC or Xbox Series X, future patches that will probably make it a little bit better, you know, and compile that with the problems that are still present. Game breaking bugs, crashes, all that stuff. I feel like a safe final score for me would probably be like 6 out of 10. It's okay. You just have to like get through all the bugs. Wait a minute. Maybe maybe these aren't bugs. Maybe CD Projekt designed it this way. Maybe they didn't lie to us after all. Maybe the bugs that we see are actually the main character's hallucinations getting worse and worse as they go. He can't even see the roads anymore. People are flying all over the place. Can't even drive those flying cars. Instead, you get fast travel where your mind freezes minutes at a time, you know, and you get shifted from dimension to dimension. You don't even know who you are anymore. You see people who aren't even there, or they're not fully there. You just see blurs and spirits of the dead as you're entering that final shift into the other side, the cyberspace. Maybe it is all just an elaborate hallucination. Yeah, that's it. It's not a bug. It's a feature. This is a pure work of art. Yeah, that's what this is. It's the deadly premonition of this decade, people. it's, yeah, it's art. It was made this way on purpose. The Gamer Gods! Fail!